Let's talk about something auspicious. Why don't we focus on that and amplify it and tune into that energy? On October 18th, in 11 days, Jupiter is going to begin its transit in its exaltation sign in Sidereal Cancer. This is Vedic astrology. This is Sidereal zodiac. This is a beautiful, beautiful transit. Now, I did a whole video on the whole motion of Jupiter and its retrogrades, but just so you have an idea, this transit is going to be on and off until, you see there's still a little bit more of Cancer here, so it's going to officially finish on June 25, 2027, which is a big chunk of time. Most of the Jupiter exalted transit is going to take place right here. You can see that Jupiter is going to transit all the way through Cancer between June 1st, 2026 and October 31st, 2026. So this is a really auspicious time. And I'm going to go in this video in all of your rising sign to tell you where the wind of grace is blowing in, okay? And then you can sit between now and June. There's going to be a little bit... Jupiter is going to dip into Cancer for a little bit of time right now on October 18. And then after that, starting on December 5th, it's returning to Gemini. So in this time that we have with this October 18, the first bit of the transit, sit and visualize. We're going to go through the different rising sign. Then you can visualize where that wind of grace is coming from for you, and just call that in even more deeply in your reality. Yeah? All right, we all need a little boost of good luck. Aries, welcome. On October 18th, Jupiter is going to begin its transits in Sidereal Cancer in your 4th house. This is a really sweet transit. This is beautiful. Exalted Jupiter right over your heart, bringing harmony where in your home. This is a great time if you've been wanting to clear out the energy in your house, you've been wanting to move house. And again, please make sure you're getting the dates correct. But you know, when we hit that big Jupiter transit, which is going to be starting in June until the following October, this is a great time to be looking into moving into a new house, or just resetting your space, getting some fresh furniture, getting moving the furniture around, just getting some fresh energy in there. But either way, this is bringing happiness. This is bringing genuine happiness over your heart and your 4th house and in that home, and in your family life and in your home life. So it's a beautiful transit. It's also going to have an aspect on your 8th house and your 12th house, so that could show some good time traveling or going abroad. It could also show some just good positive spending money on things that are transformational, things that are going to help you overcome some of your inner blocks. It's a great time to do. You could, if you see a little retreat, sign up for a little retreat, a writings retreat, a meditation, do some Jyotiṣa studies if that's something you're into for astrology, read something, practice your meditation. This is also really good to pay your debt. If you have any debts that you've accumulated, to really sit down during this time where you have this and to take it seriously and work on repaying, getting that down, getting that cleared. Okay. Now, what's sweet about this Jupiter exalted transit is that it's going to have this aspect on Saturn, so that's helping for all of you that are going through a Sadisati in Pisces. Taurus. Taurus, this could be really auspicious for your little sister. If you have younger siblings, you may see them doing really well, getting a raise, moving somewhere new, getting famous, getting, just good things coming for the little siblings. It could also show some more happiness between you and the younger sibling, better times, better harmony. Okay, this is also going to have an aspect in your 7th house, so it's going to help with things and matters of relationships and partnership. Okay, so this could also be a good time, if you're wanting to meet new business partners, but that's very dependent on your personal dashas that you're running. So take this within the realm of dasha, because if you're running a Rahu dasha, not the best time to meet business partners, but it's going to have an aspect over that 7th house. So if you're single and you do want to meet someone, it's going to help, and it's a good time to be out on the apps and meeting people, right? Flirting. It's going to help with this Saturn here. So it's going to help with this. Jupiter is going to have an aspect on your 11th house. So even if there's been difficulties with the gains because you have your own personal business, this is gain from your own personal business rather than being employed. But if you do have gains from your own personal business or investments, it's going to help because there's going to be a slowdown in there. But Jupiter is there to help out a little bit during this time. Could also bring a new community, meeting new people, taking a chance on doing something fun that brings new people in your life. Jupiter exalted, also the 3rd house, has a lot to say about how we go about getting things in the world. Okay, so this could show that it's also a moment in time where you're a bit softer, where you're going about things in a little bit of a nicer way. If you have a lot of crew out. If you have Saturn, Rahu, or Mars, or the kind of those bit rough planets in there, it's gonna soften you up a little bit, and it could also show that you'll have good time. Entertainment, this is also an entertainment combination. It's good to go to concerts, going to a concert to maybe meet some people, maybe meet a new lover, going to events, it's going to be summer, so one of those summer festivals, but doing something sweet in the summer that brings you joy and fun. So that's for your Taurus. Gemini gets the good news in here. Gemini, it's really good for your bank account. Yeah, maybe some investments are coming in, maybe you've been really good at savings. It's showing also just really good habits with food, that you'll be eating better, and when we make better choices with what we're eating, we have this quality of thoughts. It's really incredible. It's an Ayurvedic understanding, but it does, it's like you're eating very high quality food, you're taking in something very, very sattvic, very full of light, then your thoughts and your mind becomes this quality. This is also a great time if you've been wanting to learn a foreign language. It could really help, and it's good also for family relations. This is a good time if you have some health things that you've been working on. Put some energy towards that. This is also good for business and for your work and for your dharma. You have this Saturn transit over your 10th house. That one's little difficult. And Saturn over the 10th house, Saturn over the 10th house gives a little bit of an energy of having a little bit of an existential crisis with your work, seeing things differently, really coming into awareness over what you want to do, what you want to focus on, and having a little bit of an existential crisis over what you do for your work. Now this Jupiter is going to be strong, and it's going to be really helping during this process. So if you are having an existential crisis and you're wanting to rethink a little bit your approach towards what you're doing with your karma, what you're doing with your work, this Jupiter is really going to help out with just guiding the Saturn so that it becomes a transformational journey for the better. It kind of clears things out that didn't need to be there. And it also helps you think a little bit more positively over just hope. Because if things are feeling hopeless because you have this Pisces, you have this Saturn over your 10th house and over your place of work, and there's been a lot of delays, just you'll have a little bit more hope that good things are coming, because Saturn will start moving forward. Saturn will get unstuck. Saturn's going to go through and open up new doors, but Saturn has tough lessons and it can make you cry and be a little bit heavy. So this Jupiter having an aspect here is really helping, and it's a really, really good. All right, so my heart is with you, because I know it can be, the Saturn over the 10th can be a little bit difficult, okay? Now again, it's not because this Jupiter is in the second house. Second house is where we're keeping our money, and so it could be that some investments have come through. Maybe you sold a house, maybe something, but that's good for that matter, okay? So stay strong, stay positive, lean into the lessons of Saturn. Don't fight it. Look at things, see things, let it teach you things. It's a beautiful journey. Saturn is a beautiful journey. All right, let's get going. Cancer, it's right over your head. That's good. Jupiter exalted right over your first house. This is really good for your health. If you've had any health issues, this is a great time to take an opportunity to really focus on this and bring about the good doctors, bring about just good things for your health. You have this exalted Jupiter, so trust yourself during this transit. If you're having any intuition that you want to start something, that you want to take a trip, you see how like Jupiter is your ninth lord. Maybe you want to take a trip abroad. Trust yourself. This Jupiter exalted right over your head. It's like, trust yourself. Jupiter is there, and that current is with you, and it's a really sweet thing when Jupiter is transiting over your lagna, over your first house. Okay, so we talked about the ninth house. It could also show wanting to learn new things. If you want to pick up some learning, some school, some new language, some Jyotiṣa, some spiritual Kriya yoga, Sanskrit. This is a really great time for you to delve into that. It also shows, again, we talked about good ideas. Jupiter is going to have an aspect of your fifth house. So we talked about having better, brighter ideas and trusting yourself. Again, with this aspect on the fifth house, it's really special. This can also bring a guru into your life, a spiritual master. We mentioned Kriya, but it could bring a spiritual master into your life and a new initiation. Okay, so it's a beautiful transit for you. The wind of grace and good luck is blowing right through, and it's exciting. Okay, Leo, Leo, Leo. All right, so you have this the nodes right over your head. So it changes a little bit of the reading, okay? Because it's when the nodes, either Ketu or Rahu, are right over your head, that means that the eclipses are taking place right in our first house in the ascendant. And these years are usually like wild and eye-opening and sudden and incredible. Now, Ketu will definitely make you meditate, and that's gonna help. Will make you go real spiritual, real in tune, real deep, like in the silence, you know. Now we're going back to Jupiter. Jupiter is going to be exalted in your 12th house. This could again show that you're spending time abroad, maybe doing something spiritual, going on a pilgrimage. This also shows that you're going to be spending money on good things, and that could be spiritual remedies for your own chart in Jyotiṣa. That could be going to puja. That could be going to spiritual retreats. It's also going to help out with this Saturn being in your 8th house. It's going to have an influence on it, so it's going to show that it's going to take you to transformation, things that are gonna help you kind of transmute some of the heaviness maybe that you've been carrying. This also is gonna have an aspect in your 4th house, so this is a good time when this exalted Jupiter is there. It's gonna help out with your house and harmony and make you happy, bring some happiness over your heart, and it is a good time to if you do want to move furniture, if you do kind of want to reset the energy a little bit because of that 4th house aspect. But for you, it's showing a lot in like spending on really uplifting, beautiful things. So you'll be spending money, yes, but on things that kind of bring you joy and that are really good for you and that are going to help out with this Saturn in your 8th house and that are going to make you happy and bring you happiness. Now, again, Leo and Aquarius both have this Ketu, Rahu, nodal transits over their head and their 7th house. So it's a very deep and impactful year and a half that you're going to be experiencing. And with the eclipses for you and your partner, so it's an incredible very transformational like year and a half that you're gonna have, especially because after we move, once Jupiter is done with transiting in its exaltation sign, it's going to be right over your head, and Ketu is going to be moving into your 12th house. So then after that, it's going to be a Jupiter right over your head, and then with the aspect over the 7th house. So we can already tell that whatever is happening between you, your partner, and the relationship, it's for the best. There's like good this it's deep journey of transformation, but it's for the best. There's an uplift because we know that Jupiter is coming for your first house to give you a blessing. So have faith in this journey. It might be a little wild and intense, but there's a lot of good things coming for you, Leo. Allora, we have now our Virgos. Mercury ruled. It's going to be right over your 11th house. If you have, this could bring new friends, a new group of friendship, getting to know new people. That's really good. It's going to have an influence over the 7th house, which is going to help a little bit because you have that Saturn over your 7th house. Which is showing that there could be some, it's good. It's going to bring a bit more harmony with your relationship. And then it's going to have this aspect in the 3rd, which bringing some fun things like going to a spiritual retreat. Maybe that helps with the partner. You guys can go together on a spiritual retreat, on pilgrimage. Maybe you can do something that's of Jupiter, like sound, getting together to listen to sound healing, to activate that Jupiter aspect onto the 7th house. Okay, this is really good also for taking in money for your business. If you are running your own business and you have investments, this is a time where that's going to be really activated. So if you are Virgo rising and have some investments, have your own business, really focus on that Jupiter energy. Think about the things in your house that you can reset the energy. If there's a lot of old stagnation around the house, I really want you to focus between now and that exalted Jupiter comes in the spring, in June. Take this opportunity to clear things out, to organize your paperwork, to really visualize this abundance coming, the flow of abundance. Visualize yourself ready to receive the flow of abundance into your life, into your heart, and really call that in to activate this 11th house transit of Jupiter exalted for you. Okay. Now, I said it's good for investments, for the money of the investments, but keep grounded, all of that, the stock market, Bitcoin. I'm not saying you should be headless and investing like crazy. Please stay grounded and always talk to a financial advisor, and don't just take blindly a transit, as being everything, because your own dashas and time period that are active right now also really, really, really affect the nature of what you'll be experiencing. Okay, this is more of a general like per rising sign, but you will be feeling that, and you may meet a whole bunch of new people. Again, when you're doing, if you are partnered or with marriage and you want to kind of lift a little bit some of that Saturn, it's a great time to do any spiritual activities, any meditations, sound bath. If you're not at all into that, you can go to a music festival together. Just try to activate that Jupiter aspect so it helps a little bit. And if you are single, going to a music festival may bring you a lover. Yeah? Okay. And we talked about clearing the house. We talked about catching the wind of abundance and money and wealth and finances and good, strong finances so that you can feel at ease. And that's important for you, Virgos. Let's get going. Allora. Now we have the beautiful Libra. Airy Libra. On Jupiter exalted is going to be right over your 10th house. This is really good for your work. If you're going to be if you want to be launching a business, if you just want to rethink your work and what you're doing, change jobs, this is an auspicious time to do that, to look for something new or to ask for a raise. Rising is raised too, but ask for a raise. Good luck coming, good things coming for everything that has to do with your work and your karma in the world and doing good things, It's also going to have an aspect on your second house. So this is finances, this is home. This is very nice. It's going to have an aspect here right into your home. So bringing some happiness and good luck in the heart and home. And this could also be a good time to reset your space and make sure that the furniture is like, you know, there's nice energy going around the house. It's going to have an aspect here, which is good because Saturn going here in your sixth house could show that if you do have the karma and other dashas that are active right now for health, it could show that that you may have to deal with some health for whatever reason, but it's going to show that, you know, you'll find the right doctor, you'll make the right decisions, that they'll be like the right resource to help you deal with anything that this is stirring. This could also, you know, stir yeah, we'll just keep it there, all right? Because I don't want everyone to panic, but this could just, and it could be minor, and it depends on your own dashas for anything that had to do with health. It just not just the transit, but it's showing that you'll have the resource to, if this is stirring something, you'll have the resource to deal with it, okay? Because Jupiter has an aspect right here, and it's a beautiful transit. You know, this, when Jupiter is over our 10th house is such an important part of our lives. So again, with work, new job, resetting home, this is good for money in the bank, finances, and helping with the health, and guiding you in the right direction with anything that has to do with your health. Let's keep going. We now have Scorpios. All right, Scorpios, it's going to be right over your 9th house. This could bring really special time for traveling, taking long trips somewhere abroad, far away, not close to home. Far away journeys, going on pilgrimages. This has an aspect right onto your 5th house where Saturn is, so it's going to help a little bit make better decisions. It's important because you currently have this Rahu Ketu here, so how's decision making during this time? I don't know. Questionable maybe. It's fine, but you know, you do have this Rahu Ketu over your 4th house and your 10th house. So it's a time to be a little mindful, but this Jupiter is there, and it's making sure that you're going to make good decisions and you're not getting too swallowed up by this transit, okay? It's giving support to good decisions. It's giving support to, again, pilgrimages. It could also bring spiritual teacher, anything that has to do with higher learning, going for a master's, a PhD. But this is a sweet transit for you, okay? Let's talk to Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius, this is your own Lagnesh. It's going to be over your 8th house. That's a very interesting transit. Now, this could bring wealth and very good things for your partner or your husband or wife, okay? They could be getting the good luck. They could be getting a lot more money. They could be getting a raise. This is really good for them. For you, it's a really good time for, this is the house of transformation, okay? So again, paying anything that has to do with cleaning up, tidying up any debt that you may have. It's good for that. It's also good for spending money on transformational, like if you have a lot of trauma, things that are a bit stuck, this is a really special time to do work on that. And by that I mean, you know, you could go on a spiritual retreat, a writer's retreat, maybe do some acupuncture or some healing, you know, find energy healer or acupuncture, just things that are kind of helping you overcome some of those stuck energy, okay, or stuck trauma or old stored trauma. Now, this is important to do this work of transformation because you have Saturn over your 4th house. Now, Jupiter is going to have an aspect onto this transit, but this transit can be a little heavy, bring up some heaviness, some sorrow. So whatever challenges are brought up by this transit right over here, just know that Jupiter is going to be there to help you out so that you can process, so that you can release, so that you can transmute some of the teachings that are going to be brought up, which are going to be so profound. Like you won't be the same person. Once Saturn transit through your Lagna, fourth house, over your moon, it's like it brings about it's an incredible transformation. So Jupiter is there to make sure that it's, even if there is sorrow, even if there is difficulty, even if there are obstacles, you know that there is this resource that is there. There is a wind of grace that's making sure that you have the time, the resource, the opportunities to work on things, to release, to go to a sound bath, to do the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. Okay? This could also show an auspicious time if you are someone who's had any health issues, to take some time to go and do an Ayurvedic treatment, like a full-on 1 week, 2 week, 3 week Pancha Karma, it's called. So it's really good to do that because it's showing luck in aspects of like ashrams and hospitals. Could also show some time at an ashram, sometimes at a spiritual monastery. That's incredibly transformational, and you'll never, that's just gonna like shift something huge. So this is where the wind of luck goes. It's really nice for your partner. And for you, it's going to be a journey, and an incredible one, and a special one, and it's going to bring you some good things. And after that, it's going into your 9th house, which is good. All right, so let's get to Capricorn. What trouble are you getting into? All right, my Capricorn, you have this beautiful transit of Jupiter exalted in your 7th house. This could bring, if you are single and you are wanting a partner, this is I want you everywhere in the summer. Okay, you're not hiding in your house. I'm putting you on the no house arrest, the opposite of that. You're always outside. You're gonna go with your girlfriend to concert. You're gonna go have fun. You're gonna go try new things. You're gonna go sign up, I don't know, to pottery class. You're going to sign up to karaoke. You're going to go out and about. This is a great time to meet a partner, the right kind, the good kind, the kind that you want to keep, okay? So good. Okay, this could also show that you will be, it's your 12th lord. So it also shows that maybe if you meet a new partner, if you have a business and you want to meet a new partner or collaborate with people, they're going to be from abroad, people abroad. You may be meeting some people from foreign lands that are coming to help you out. But this is also a great time to make friends, to bring new people into your life, okay? This also has an aspect here, so it's nice, again, for community, for meeting people, for bringing money into. And it has an aspect over your 1st house, which is good for decision making, for your overall health and harmony. It's helping a little bit with little sister. If little sister has been having a hard time, it's going to help out for younger siblings. And if you are married, this is just going to be a really sweet time for you and your partner. Just plan for a summer holiday, plan for something sweet together, plan to be enjoyed together, okay? Let's get to Aquarius. Aquarius, it is your turn. This transit of the exalted Jupiter for the year to come is going to be right over your 6th house. If you've had any health issues, this is a great time to kind of improve your habits, to pick up good habits, to clean up your food, to get healthy, to take care of your body, to get your body to this bright, powerful place. Just focus on that. If you haven't done any doctors for a while, this is a great time to get a checkup. Again, to get your health going and to get good habits, like better food habits, just a better quality kind of in that sense, okay? Now, Jupiter is also going to give an aspect on your 10th house, which means that if you're in between jobs, if you're looking for a job, it's going to be helping out with this and giving you an opportunity to hopefully get a new job or get a new opportunity, or just for things to be a little easier in matters of work and your karma. It's also going to have an aspect on your 2nd house, which can be a little challenged this year because Saturn is transiting over your 2nd house. So it's going to help out with some, if you've had some issues and difficulties with family or with savings, just it's going to be helping out. Again, we talked about getting into better habits, so it could also be getting into better habits of saving, because if that's been an issue, then hopefully that this is the time to kind of focus on that and save up and kind of fill in. This is your, we say the 2nd house is your bank account, so to fill in your bank account. Okay. Now, Jupiter is also going to have an aspect onto that 12th house, which means that, again, we're in the health realm. But if you did want to do a panchakarma, which is a traditional Ayurvedic treatment to kind of help reboost your body, this is a good time to do panchakarma. All right. So health, good habits, saving, helping you make good also financial habits, looking into your financial habit and savings, a little boost around your work, and if you're wanting to change work, this is good. Now the eclipses are taking place right over your lagna, right over your 1st house, right over your 7th house. So be gentle with yourself. You know, Rahu has this way of bringing about situations that are a bit shocking, unexpected turns of events. So hang on to your horse. This is just a transit. It's just for a year and a half, and then Rahu will be moving away, and Jupiter is going to be moving into your 7th house, bringing luck to your partner, bringing luck to meeting new people in your life, having an aspect right over you. So good things coming. Be a little patient with this Rahu for the next year and a half. Okay. Let's get to Pisces. Now, Pisces, you're having quite an interesting year, transformative year, a little bit of challenges, a little bit of obstacles, but thank God for this Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter is coming into your 5th house. It's going to be exalted in your 5th house. This is good if you do have children. This is the house of children, so just be aware, or the house of your firstborn. So they could be doing really well at school. They could just be healing. If they were having some issues, some healing is coming there, which is good. If you're trying to get pregnant, this could be a good time. Granted, the Saturn is there, but you know, it could be a good time to try and call in children if you're trying to get pregnant. Now, for everyone else, the good part of this exalted Saturn in your 5th house is that, sorry about that, the good part of the exalted Jupiter in your 5th house is that because you have this Saturn a little bit heavy over your head, it's bringing a bout of positivity, because Saturn can be a little like heavy and dark. And so this Jupiter comes and it's like something positive, something brighter, something to look forward to. It also gives you the ability to make better decisions, because Saturn, whenever Saturn is right over the lagna, we have a tendency to not make great decisions and to get a little sidetracked and to create some extra obstacles because we're making kind of not great decisions. So Jupiter is coming in this exalted place to have an aspect on your 1st house, to have an aspect on your 9th house, to say, hey, just making sure we're making good decisions. Now, Jupiter Saturn right over your lagna is also a deeply spiritual combination, because you know Jupiter Saturn is Brahma Yoga. So you could be taking in some classes about the nature of reality, you know, any philosophy, yoga, Samhita, studying the Samhita, studying Sanskrit would be really good for you in this time to study some Sanskrit. It would also activate this Jupiter. You could take a Jyotiṣa, you know, we talk a lot about the nature of reality and the 5 elements and the nature of change. So maybe you'll be meditating on those big questions, wanting to meditate also, because this is your 12th Lord in the 1st house. So wanting to meditate, wanting to deepen your spiritual life and your spiritual understanding and your spiritual relationship. So this is for you, Pisces. The best part of this Pisces also is because Jupiter owns Pisces, right? Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. So that's why it's giving a big uplift to the Saturn transits. Even if it's still Saturn, there's like this, if the dispositor of a planet is exalted, it gives it a very special, kind of shift from towards good things. It's like even if there's obstacles, there's this positivity that's there. It gives you a more of a positive mindset to deal with the issues. You know, there's a sort of brightness that's there. That's the beauty of exalted planets. Yeah. So this is your whole Jupiter exalted transit. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you're still here. Take care of yourself. If you want one-on-one guidance on your charts, reach out. I'll be here, and I'll also be teaching some really amazing classes very soon as well, and I can't wait to share these with you. So I'll see you in class. I'll see you on the newsletter, on the Instagram, on the, you know, all of it. I'll see you. All right. Pranamami.